What is going on, my crazy 76er fanatics? Guys, we are back with another daily pod with more daily discussion surrounding those Philadelphia 76ers. First things first, you got to thank the likers, the watchers, the commenters, and gosh darn it, you subscribers matter so much, not only to me, but for this channel's growth. You guys are the best. Little light action. Guys, let's get to it. Are the Sixers real contenders, or just are they a group of pretenders? It's early in the season, so we have every reason to not be believing this team is going to be successful come April, come June, and guarantee it. Hopefully they're there in May. You know what I'm saying? But based off of the stats, guys, men lie, women lie. Gosh darn it, I'm sure you lie. But them numbers are telling the truth, guys. Are the Sixers real contenders? Well, if you trust the numbers and you read them closely, it looks like they're doing everything they need to contend well with great teams in the NBA. Early in the season, because we're still early, the Sixers have an offensive rating of 122.3, which that offensive rating is second best in the league. And you know you have a really good offense when you're knocking down jump shots and you're getting to the free throw line. This team, Philadelphia, they get to the free throw line the third most in the NBA, and they make their free throws the third most in the NBA. Now, of course, getting to the free throw line, making your free throws, that has a large portion to do with the Joel Embiid effect. Joel Embiid is still going to be a free throw merchant. Joel Embiid is still going to be efficient from the free throw line. But it's the three-pointers that are shocking me, guys. You see that down there? The average three-pointers made per game, this team is fourth. Still holding it down, knocking it down from downtown. This team is fourth in three-pointers made, and they're second in three-point percentage. So they're not taking the most amount of threes. I think the Sixers squad ranks below 50% of the league in three-point attempts per game, but they rank above most of the league, majority of the NBA teams, in how many three-pointers they're making and their three-point percentage. So they're knocking them down with extreme efficiency. And this just may be a turn of the tide because the two best teams at knocking down that three-point with the three-point percentage is the Houston Rockets and the Philadelphia 76ers. And guys, if you look at the numbers, these two teams take the least amount of threes compared to other squads in the NBA. So the truth behind the numbers is to be efficient, you got to be selective. And you got to take the shots that you're expected to make, the shots that you're great at taking. The Sixers so far, with the numbers that we have presented, are top teams and are a top tier squad, especially in the Eastern Conference, the Eastern Conference, which we all know to be the weaker conference when you compare East to West. So out East, the Sixers are a beast, and I believe that they'll continue to be a beastly team throughout the entire season if they improve in a few areas. Because everything ain't peaches and cream, guys. Everything isn't smooth moving. This squad right here has a few areas they extremely struggle at. Extremely struggle at. And the problem with that is it depends who's out there on the court. There's a Joel Embiid-led Sixer team, and there's a Tyrese Maxey-led Sixer team. And each one of these squads have different strengths, different weaknesses, and different points we're going to address right here. One thing this team needs to improve on when Joel Embiid is out there, when Joel Embiid is on the court, they need to figure out a way to rebound around him and rebound with him. Joel Embiid is not a great rebounder at this point in his career. I think the first game we saw Joel Embiid play, he just wasn't comfortable leaving the floor, jumping and elevating, which, of course, that's a mental block. Physically, he's still playing. Physically, there's been no new injury reports. So physically, we're assuming that he's able to play and to still use his vertical ability, which, as you have seen throughout this season, his vertical ability has diminished, maybe a little bit, maybe a lot of it, but Joel Embiid does not have that rim protecting ability that you're used to seeing from one of the most dominant centers in NBA history. So things they need to help and improve on surrounding Joel: rebounding, rim protection. And honestly, guys, I think this team, just whether it's Tyrese Maxey's team or Joel Embiid's led roster or lineup, I think this team needs to improve at a point guard position. I mean, the guard position has a lot of depth, and truthfully, the Sixers guard rotation, it is the best. But you don't really have a true point guard. Tyrese Maxey's doing his best at being a true point guard, but if you take the ball out of Tyrese Maxey's hands and you put the ball in his hands to score the ball more instead of setting other players up, I think he's a walk-in 40-point per game player. You're talking about, and we're going to go back to the stats, guys, Tyrese Maxey leads the NBA in points per game. Tyrese Maxey is currently your scoring leader in the NBA. And one thing I feel confident in is that he should be hovering, maybe dominating that top 5 of scorers in this league throughout the entire season. Because if this team's going to win, Tyrese Maxey is going to be the reason. So areas they can improve on, I would like to see Tyrese Maxey play more off ball so that when he has the ball, he's knowing what to do, score, get downhill. And if he's going to be creating, let him create and not get the hockey assists. Let him create and get the direct assists, passing to the open man, finding the shot in the corner. I mean, no one on this team outside of Joel Embiid has been able to set Tyrese Maxey up. It's just what it is. No one on this team has been able to allow Tyrese Maxey to find his spots and take good shots. Tyrese Maxey is just making the most out of what's been given to him. If he's 3 feet beyond the three-point line and he's got 3 feet of space, that shot's going up. Now, that's kudos to Tyrese Maxey's hard work and the development of his jump shot. But realistically, guys, that's not the shot you want to be relying on. That's not the shot you want to live with, and that's not the shot you should be comfortable with in April, in May, in June. Layups and threes are the ways you win in the NBA, but open layups, uncontested threes, are the way you win in this NBA. And Tyrese Maxey is only getting a few of those per game, and it's a doggone shame that we can't trust anybody else on this roster currently to truthfully play true point guard. You can look at teams like Sacramento, who have Dennis Schroeder and Russell Westbrook. That's a true point guard combination. You can look at Golden State, who have Draymond Green, Jimmy Butler, Stephen Curry. Those are 3 ball handlers you can all play through. Teams with multiple ball handlers are teams with multiple areas and rooms for success. Tyrese Maxey, ball handler. Trendon Watford, maybe. This team definitely needs a secondary ball handler. Maybe when Jared McCain comes back to this roster, that's the role he picks up. But Jared McCain isn't the best ball handler. Jared McCain isn't the best point guard. And Jared McCain doesn't have the tightest handle. So I'm not necessarily sure what's going to happen, but they definitely need to improve rebounding, protecting the rim, and on-ball point guard play. Guys, they need to sign Ben Simmons. I know you don't like to hear it. I don't like to say it. But the truth be the truth, guys. They need to find a way to bring back Benjamin Simmons on a minimum deal. Because if Ben Simmons, who's out of the league right now, still wants to play in the NBA, this is the perfect team to not only maximize his talents, but maximize his ability. Rebounding, Ben Simmons is great at. Protecting the rim, Ben Simmons was doggone good at. He can guard 1 through 5 if his back's allowing him to, 1 through 5. And with the minutes this team does have at disposal, with the minutes and the rotation this team still has available, Ben Simmons shouldn't be playing more than 20 minutes a game, which is perfect because then you won't need him in the fourth quarter clutch time. Perfect, because then you won't need him to knock down free throws or to be a factor in the fourth quarter. Ben Simmons playing 20 minutes a game, maybe the second quarter, third quarter stint, potentially seeing if his play style and if his on-ball ability fits and suits this team in a later fourth quarter run or fourth quarter stint. Again, guys, I say perfect. No more than 20 minutes for Ben Simmons. That allows him to do what he does best. Defense, ball handling, rebounding, passing, switching, communicating. Those are his strengths, guys, and so far, those are a lot of the areas this team does need to improve. So I would love to see Ben Simmons maybe brought back to Philadelphia. You know, they say trust the process. How about we complete the process with some of our key process pieces? Ben Simmons, maybe Markelle Fultz, guys. And this team is shooting the 3 ball at an extremely efficient clip. Adding a non-floor spacer may not affect that efficiency if these non-floor spacers can find the shooters and knock down the open layups, knock down the free throws, and then find the open shooters in the corner and the top of the key, or maybe just find Tyrese Maxey for an open 3. Who knows, guys? Who knows? Well, we will find out today, though. When the Sixers play Brooklyn, no Joel Embiid, hopefully no problem, right? No Embiid, no problem. This team plays good. Those non-Joel Embiid lineups, they play extremely fast. They play extremely physical. They play with so much effort, so much energy. This is a team that not only you can get behind, but that you can support for a long time. They will be playing without Joel Embiid today, and I just want to say this guy, Adem Bona, may be the backup of the future and may be the center of this team for the future if he can, one, stay out of foul trouble and finally find a way to develop an offensive game where maybe he can shoot the ball and develop some mid-range game. Who knows what Adem Bona's offensive style will eventually develop into. But Adem Bona, defensively, is a top 5 player in this league. I can't believe it. I'm shocked by it, but those are the facts, guys. Adem Bona is a top 5 defensive player in this league, And Nick Nurse, Daryl Morey, the Sixers roster, they only got him playing 16 minutes a game. I get it. You don't want him to get into foul trouble, and I get it. You don't want him giving up free throws to this team, getting your team in the bonus. I understand that. But do you understand this guy, Adem Bona, is second in the league in blocks per game. Adem Bona averages 2.2 blocks per game. That's close to half of Wembanyama's blocks per game. Wemby averages 4.8. Adem Bona averages 2.2. And Bona averages half the time Wembanyama does. He's playing 16 minutes per game on average. Wemby's playing like 34. If you're telling me we give Adem Bona 34 minutes, he's going to be getting 5 blocks per game. There's no reason you shouldn't be playing him. I think it's almost going to become illegal and improper management of rosters and of talent if you don't start playing Adem Bona a good 25 minutes a game. If this guy is protecting the rim the way he's protecting the rim, if this guy is blocking shots the way he's blocking shots, and he's doing it at 16 minutes per game, you're going to have to give this guy 25, maybe even 30. And the question is, no Joel Embiid, no problem. It's because you have Adem Bona playing at an extremely high rate, high pace with a lot of effort. If Adem Bona continues to play this way, no Embiid, no problem will be the Sixers' new philosophy. Hopefully, guys, after tonight's game, you'll figure out what these no Embiid lineups truly look like, because there's going to have to be a dip in that offensive rating. I'm going to show you this graphic one more time, guys. The offensive rating of this team is extremely high. The three-point shooting of this team is extremely high. The free throw percentage of this team is extremely high. And I do have a strong belief that Joel Embiid has a lot to do with the success of this team offensively. Defensively, Joel Embiid has a lot to do with the unsuccessful attempts on the defensive end. But offensively, guys, look at the success. If these ratings stay the same, if these percentages stay the same, then you have to look down at this point right here and say, no Embiid, no problem at all. And we're going to find that out tonight, guys. We're going to find that out tonight. So when we find that out tonight, I want to make sure I wake up tomorrow to some comments. Like, comment, and subscribe, guys. We're going to keep providing you with daily conversation, daily discourse, and daily coverage of this Philadelphia 76ers squad, because no Embiid, no problem, but no comments. Nothing to read, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be covering your comments tomorrow. Channel for the people, brought to you by the people, for all of our crazy 76er fanatics. Thank you guys for stopping by.